Hello everyone, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. This is going to be a channeled message for the collective. So if you've been drawn to this video, hopefully there's something here that I will be able to tap into for you. You'll probably know it within the first few minutes of listening to this. And if not, hopefully I'll be able to pick up off of your situation next time. So if you are familiar with how I do these, I start off picking up letters that could be a part of you or your person's name. And then I'll try to channel some names, whatever I'm able to bring forward. And then we'll get into some zodiac signs, sun, moon, rising, or Venus for you and your person. And it could also represent friends or even family, people that you're close to or thinking about at this time that you're listening to this. And then we'll get into the rest of the messages pertaining to love connections, relationships, and everything else in between. All right, guys, so it is general as always, much like a card reading, but this is, as I've mentioned, a channeled message. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Let me see what I'm able to pick up for you. Starting off with the letters, I have C coming through, S and a V, H, X, the letter O. This is interesting, and if you're familiar with how I typically do these, sometimes I'll pick up off of double letters, which could signify somebody's initials. It could signify that it's the first letter of each person's name. I'm getting the letter Z. So Z and Z, excuse me, that's coming through as a double letter. So somebody's name might actually have two Z's in it, but you know, it's not a very common combination, but it could be somebody's initials. The letter Q is presenting itself, M, and a K. Let me see what names I'm able to channel here. The name Morris could be first or last name that's coming through. Ken could also be Kennedy. I'm also picking up Kenneth, Kenny, various forms of that name. Oscar is presenting itself here as well. Veronica. Xavier is coming through. Zachary coming through. Chris could be Christopher, Chrissy, Christine, or Christina. Sam, male or female, could be Sammy, could be Samantha. Vince is presenting itself here, could also be Vincent. Harry is coming through, could also be Harrison, could be last name for some of you. Kim is coming through, could also be Kimmy or Kimberly. Ashley is presenting itself here as well. Lily is also coming through. Horace is coming through. Marie. Could also be Mary. Heather. Stephanie. Could also be Stephen. And I'm also getting Olivia. Could also be Olive or Livy or Libby. I'm hearing Cooper, Chance, Vito is coming through. And Skylar, could also be Sky, could be male or female. So those are the names that I'm picking up. As far as zodiac signs, I've got Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, and Sagittarius this time. For a few of the signs, I'm picking up this energy that you guys have to focus on giving back to yourself, taking care of yourself. It could be health related for some of you guys. Maybe you haven't been getting enough sleep. Maybe you feel like your diet is a little bit off, whatever the case might be. Maybe you haven't had a checkup in a long time. There's this need to just focus on your health right now. I'm picking that up for Cancer, especially Pisces and Sagittarius. All right, so those are the signs. I'm also getting descriptions. So if this describes your person or even you, maybe there's something, excuse me, significant with the messages that I'm able to bring forward. Somebody could have a significant birthmark. It could be you, the listener, but it could be the person you're thinking about as well. This is not a small birthmark, it's a substantial sized one. So it grabs your attention. Somebody could have reddish or auburn hair. Somebody could also be known for having really long hair. I'm also getting somebody who has dreads. Somebody could also be known for having a lot of tattoos or have a significant tattoo that means something to both of you. Maybe you guys have the same tattoo. Somebody could also have dimples. That's something that you really either love about them or they love that about you. I'm also picking up that somebody is of a more petite stature or short in stature. There could also be a height variance between you and the other person, like one of you is really tall and the other one is on the shorter side. Somebody could also be known for having piercings, either a lot of piercings. I'm also picking up maybe a tongue piercing or a lip piercing. Just somebody who's known for tattoos and piercings. All right, let me see what other messages are coming forward here. I'm picking up off of a divine masculine who had some commitment issues, and part of the reason why that is because they had their heart broken in a previous relationship. There could be some trauma there that they haven't focused on and healed. And if your masculine happens to be Cancer, Pisces, or Sagittarius, you know, picking up off of the need to focus on self-care, maybe that's why I'm picking that up. So divine feminine, if you find that you connected with a masculine who seemed to have old wounds that were surfacing and that affected the relationship, that might be because they haven't actually done the work on themselves. So until they break that cycle, it's going to continue to keep surfacing, and that will prevent them from having a relationship that can go the distance, because there's some things there that they need to figure out for themselves. So this isn't something that you can actually fix with your relationship or with your masculine. It's something that they need to focus on themselves. But there's definitely a mutual attraction there. It's just that some of the things that they might have done to hurt you, it could have been infidelity. It could have been the way they communicated themselves to you. There was just something missing. They weren't as expressive as they wanted to be because their heart space is coming through as very cold. And that doesn't have anything to do with you. I feel it's got more to do with people that have hurt them in the past. And so if it's coming through as cold, or they just weren't so expressive, I'm getting, with their emotions towards you, divine feminine, that could have been the reason. So that's one storyline that's coming through. I am picking up a scenario for love connections that are in separation. I feel for some of you guys, you've known this person a while. You guys have been the best of friends for a very long time, and maybe explored what the relationship could be like if you guys decided to take things out of the friend zone and connect as romantic partners. For some of you, it turned out well. Perhaps, you know, you are with this person, you guys were the best of friends, and it turned into love. I'm picking up for some of you that it's going well, but you're not quite sure if it really has what it takes to go the distance. I feel for some of you it does. I'm also picking up, though, even for this scenario, that your person, they've got so much to say, but they're just not finding the right words to say it. It's in their heart space, so just give them the space and time to be able to express it to you. They feel it, they just haven't said it. So that's going to require a little bit of time. Pay attention to the signs, if any, that you are seeing when it comes to your person. Now, for some of you, the signs that you should be paying attention to are coming through as red flags, especially if the person you're thinking about, if they've got mixed feelings here, or if they're giving you mixed signals that they're not quite ready to plant their flag, so to speak, in the relationship. So again, I'm picking up issues towards communication. Maybe you're ready to dive in, you're ready to give your all, and this other person just isn't on the same wavelength. So if space is what they need, give them that space. And if that's something that you relate to, all you can do is live the life that you have right now. Focus on you, focus on self-care, self-healing. If that's something that you need to address, you know, it's one of those things where you got to let them go. Truly, if they come back, then perhaps there's something to explore there. Because I'm getting this message that you can't hold on to somebody who wants to not be there, who wants to leave. However difficult that might be, there's this need to let go of unhealthy attachments and connections that truly no longer serve a purpose in your life. You know, sometimes we hold on so much to an individual or this idea that we have that we belong with this person, but if they're not on the same page, they're not going to stay, or it'll eventually fall apart. I'm just getting that if you're clinging to this person, and if there's something in your heart space that you know and you suspect that they're not really on the same page, then it's just going to end up hurting you in the long run. So I'm getting the message, release it, let it go. And if they figure it out on their own, that you guys belong together, let them do the legwork rather than holding on to them, because they will eventually need to figure it out for themselves. And the only way for them to actually do that is perhaps taking a step back or needing the room to be able to figure it out. I am getting, though, for some of you that have been apart, I'm seeing 4 months. I don't know what correlation that has. 3 to 4 months. Either it's already happened, and within 3 to 4 months from now, perhaps there's the potential for a reconciliation. I do feel that there is this coming together with somebody and working on whatever has torn you guys apart. For those of you in no contact, I'm feeling here that this person is thinking a lot about you. So if all of a sudden you're starting to think about them, they're coming to the surface of your mind, and you're wondering, it's like, what is going on? I haven't really focused on this person in a good minute. More than likely, it's got something to do with them focusing on you and thinking about you. So perhaps energetically, you guys are still feeling each other's vibes there. Okay, I don't know who this is for. I am picking up a message that somebody really loves ice cream. This person could work in an ice cream shop. Maybe that's where you guys met. Somebody's got a sweet tooth, perhaps. Something tied into ice cream. So I'd love for anybody that relates to that to share that in the comments. I'm picking up ice cream, pistachio, Rocky Road, strawberry. That is what I'm getting. And I don't know who that's for, but that's the message. I'm also picking up for those of you who might be in a fairly new relationship and you guys are really wondering, where can this go? Because it's really checking all the boxes for you. You know, this person, you see them as your ideal. You feel like you have found the one. You guys are into each other. The attraction is there. They're saying all the right things, doing all the right things. And so if you're wondering if this is it, I'm picking up that possibly it could be. Just allow more time to unfold, but so far so good. I'm not picking up any sort of concern there for those of you who have just started a relationship and you really feel that this one is different from all the others and that this might ultimately be the one, because there's a really good potential that it could be. All right, guys, so that is what I have for the channeled messages. I do hope that there's something here that I was able to pick up when it comes to your love connection and descriptions, names, signs, whatever it is that came through. Please share it in the comments if you'd like to, and I'll try to do more of these in the upcoming weeks. Thank you guys so much. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.